Hello, my name is Brian Clark, and this workshop on the ICC Library Reading List is going to be discussing how you as faculty can share resources with your colleagues. So for this session, we have been working with the Biology 140 lab faculty. And what we did is we took their Biology 140 lab packet, and the lab packet has many different library videos associated with it that the students have to watch throughout the semester. And in order to help the faculty and help the students so that all that information was in one place and that they could use it across the course within the different courses, we created a ICC reading list. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that reading list and then show you how we can incorporate it in a variety of ways. So this is the reading list that was created. And as you can see, there's a lot of different sections. And these sections follow what weeks they are being used within the lab packet. So the first thing we have is just introduction. It's just a tutorial for showing the students how to log into the library. So if they run into any problems, they are able to follow that tutorial to get the information. Then as we move down, you'll see that we have Lab 2, Lab 3, and as you can see, all the videos have a thumbnail picture and a title so the students know what library video they are going to be looking at. We have Lab 5, Lab 7, Lab 8, and then without having to click on all of them, we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and that's the last one. So you can see that each of the videos are broken down by the lab. And if we were, excuse me, if we were to click the View Online button, it is going to log us in directly into the video so that we could start watching it. If the other option would be if the students clicked on the title, they can go to the link right there as well to view it. Now, the way that we know that this is a shared reading list is if we go to the collaborators up here on the top right. Let me just move the picture out of the way. You can see that this is shared across the biology faculty as well as with myself and Jessica Bastian as librarians. And what's really beneficial about using these through the reading list is that because the librarians are directly associated with it, anytime there is a broken link or a mistake in the video or something goes down, we are notified and we are able to fix it. So unlike if it was all in separate Blackboard courses, we would need access to those Blackboard courses and able to navigate what's there. But since we are associated with this, no matter how many Blackboard courses it's put into, we have access to this reading list. So there's a couple of different things you can do to access this reading list for the students. You can give them a link directly to this reading list. If your Blackboard courses, let's say they're already built for the semester, or you just don't have a place to put it within your Blackboard, you could just give them a static link that will send them back to these videos, and that way they're able to use them. But it works even better if we put it directly into a course. And so I'm going to use one of my older courses as a dummy course, just for example. So this is my course from last fall, fall 2020. And so I'm just going to show you how I would set this up to get the most out of it and make sure the students get the most out of it. So the first thing I would do in the menu on the left, I would add a tool link and just call it Reading List. And then make sure I choose the ICC Library Reading List. And I don't want to make this available to users because this is just a way for me as the instructor to see the master list in one place. So at that point, I'm going to click Submit. And so what I want to do is I want to associate the reading list to this course. So if I click on the reading list link I just created, it already is associated with a different course. So what I need to do, manage course association. Okay. All right, let's try that again. Sorry about that. Okay, so if I click on reading list, so since nothing is associated with the course, what I need to do is leave this page and explore the application. So you see, nothing is associated with the specific course. But if I get rid of the X, or get rid of the course, I'm sorry, you can see all of the courses, all the lists that are associated directly with me. As a librarian, I am associated with a lot of different courses or a lot of different lists that are available to me. But if I was able to, if I was the instructor, I would only see the list that I had, which would be one, maybe two. And so you would know that what you're looking at would be a lot less to go through. Okay, so I found the Biology 140 lab videos list. And so what I want to do, so I want to go to Manage Course Associations, and then I want to, of course I forgot, I need the code for the course, my bad. All right, so I need to copy this, the 2213 LIB 120. All right, let's go through it again. All right, so we'll get rid of the course. Find the list we're looking for. Okay, so now when we go to Manage Course Associations, when I put in my 2213 LIB 120, it gives me a drop down for this course. So I'm going to click yes. You can see it's no longer being run because it's last semester's, which is fine for this record. So I associate and close. And now when I go back out, when I click reading list, it's going to go directly to the Biology 140 lab videos. So what I want to do, so because this is hidden from the students, what I want to do is I want to make it visible to the students. And what's easier for the students so that they don't have confusion is we recommend that each section gets associated with where it's supposed to go. So if I go into my weekly content, which is where all my weekly folders are. And let's say I go to week 2. If I want to build, go to tools, more tools, add an ICC library reading list. Click submit. Okay, so if I scroll to the bottom where I put that and I click on it, again, it's going to take me to the main page. But if I go over to the 3 dots next to Lab 2, I can click on this that says relink from Blackboard to here. And then click OK. So then I do that, navigate to week 2 a second time. I click on ICC Library Reading List again. You'll see it only shows the week 2, the lab 2 video. It doesn't show the other videos. So that way, when the students are in their lab 2 unit, they're only going to have access to this one video, but it still has access to the librarians. So we still are able to see, no matter how you put it in your course, we're still able to have access to the back end of that video to make sure it's working properly. So that would be how you would put it in your course. And then obviously you could just do that for the rest of the corresponding weeks as you go through it. And I'll do it one more time just so you can again see the way it works. So if I go, let's say I know there's a lab 5, go to tools, more tools, ICC library reading list. Okay, once I've created the link, you see it went back to lab 2, that's okay. I click Biology 140 lab videos. So it shows, and get rid of the lab 2, so it shows all of them. I can go to lab 5, relink from Blackboard to here. And now, if I go in, click on ICC libraries in week 5, it goes to the lab 5 video. So then each week can have its specific videos tied to it. And another thing that's great that goes along with the reading list is, we have this reading list. I'll go back to it in this window that's shared by all of these collaborators. So we have a base reading list, but if any of the professors use their own videos or something that's not shared across the course faculty, we can create a personal copy of this reading list. So it will still have the same base of videos, but then they'll have their own version that they can add their own videos to, while still maintaining connection to the base videos that everybody else is using. So it's just a way to make sure that the students are getting the best possible working links, because the library is keeping track of it, but also the same links across the faculty, because all the faculty are using the same reading list. So it's just an additional benefit to how we can use reading lists in a different way across different opportunities. So at this point, I'm going to take questions, and Jennifer Wrigley, you raised your hand, so I will let you ask your question.
Okay, Okay, so quick question. So actually, like next week for Lab 12 is one of the Open Athens videos. So
Yes.
by using the reading list, do they like completely bypass that crazy login that they can't seem to figure out?
Right. So it should. So it depends on how they're logged in, like to Blackboard and others. It might still ask them to log in, but again, with having the tutorial for login, you can just send them back to this video as well, explaining to them that, this will show them how to do it. But that way, so depending on how they're logged in, depends on whether they'll, because like you saw, I went directly into the videos because it's authenticating me because I'm logged in to the system. But it just depends on what they're logged into at the time, whether it will need to verify them or not.
Okay, yeah, that just seems to be like the one thing. Anytime I give them an Open Athens video, they're like, how do I log in? And I even tell them like it's your Blackboard login, but your library password, and they just can't.
Yeah, we get that quite a bit. And I mean, we're used to it, but it's nice to have it all in one place. So that way, even if they have issues logging in, we know where they're coming from, and we can determine, because half the battle right now is determining if it's a bad link or a bad login. And by putting all the correct links on the reading list, we're able to take out half of the equation. So we know at that point that we're just looking at a login issue, and that's easier to troubleshoot for us, for you, and for the students.
And then the other question I had, this is still applicable when we go to Canvas, right?
Yes. So these trainings are obviously set for Blackboard because that's what we're using, but we are working on tutorials for how all of this will work in Canvas. So it'll be a seamless transition. We'll just provide the new tutorials once Canvas is live. Yeah, the Canvas transition is going to be the library's internal focus in November. We're not going to, at this time, we're not planning to run workshops, especially with the holiday in there. But we're going to be working on creating the tutorials so that when faculty start using it either in spring or obviously next fall for sure, there will be tutorials to show you how to do it. And again, we'll be running workshops next spring to walk you through it step by step. And as always, if there are questions, you can email any of the librarians directly and we will get back to you. So. That's all I had to present on today. Jennifer, if you have any more questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I don't want to take your time and I'll let you go do other things.
Sounds good. Thanks, Brian.
All right. Thanks, Jennifer.
Yep. See ya.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye. You too.